Welcome to Intimacy Evolution, the podcast that helps you enjoy deeper connection and more intimacy in your relationships. I'm Brianna Carey, relationship and intimacy coach, and together with my husband Mark, a licensed professional counselor, we're here to help couples create the relationships they crave. Relationships evolve over time, and that's okay. Let's talk about it.
Right. Well, today we are going to have 2024.
What are we having?
Yep. So today we're having a review of 2024. How it was, what it was like for us, what happened in our personal lives, our professional lives, our relationship, how much sex we averaged per week. We have that all broken down. Actually, I don't know what that would be.
You're really?
Yep, really. I went there.
That, what are you, no, we're, Mark, this was not.
A year in review. I don't know.
Okay,
No,
Mark.
That's
Mark,
not on
okay.
the agenda. But
Letterkenny fans.
yes. So let's talk about.
So all the things.
Yeah. So let's talk about what we do every year in preparation for the next year. So we sit down, we goal plan, we come up with words, personal word, what the word is for me, what the word is for us.
Yeah.
And then we kind of build goals and intention setting, and we just kind of build out what we're looking forward to. We want the next
What our
year
year
to be.
looks. Yeah. What our year looks like with those words and intentions in mind, and kind of leading the way. And so. Yeah. I don't know. We didn't ever actually do an episode of like our move or talking about any of that stuff. Did we do a little bit of a recap when we restarted, I guess, in October, I guess,
Yes.
or September, whenever it was. We kind of recapped a little bit, but it's been a doozy of a year. I
Yes,
feel
it
like
has.
as I'm seeing everybody kind of like reflect on 2024, seeing posts and stuff, I feel like collectively for what like 2024 was rough, and I feel
Maybe.
it was very challenging in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I mean, as you said that, I reflected on like how expensive groceries got, how weird politics got.
Yeah, there was just a lot of
and-
weirdness. We had the big like solar eclipse
Yeah. We had a tornado.
in Bentonville
Yes.
and Rogers, which is not norm for this area.
Yeah.
Just a lot of weirdness. All right, let's, I guess, just dive in here.
Well, let's recap the big things for us.
'Kay.
We actually moved twice in 2024. We just moved again.
December 6th.
Yep. So the first big move was to Bentonville, Arkansas from Kansas City.
Yep. We literally a year ago today, we were still packing up Kansas City house. We were packing until like 11:15. Like all of the memories are popping up in my phone right now of like
The craziness.
Yeah, like we went to, gosh darn it, button. How we went to Quick Trip and got a snack at like 11:15 at night because we were starving, and then we had all of our stuff like packed up, bedding and everything, so we went and stayed the night at your parents' house. So yeah, pictures of us like taking New Year midnight pictures with our kids sleeping in bed. and then January 1st we rolled out of town and moved to Bentonville, Arkansas.
Yeah. And so from there, we got settled into a rental home. And we'll talk more about that. But let's see what else happened.
You had 2 men's retreats.
Yeah, I've had two men's retreats in the last year. So
That's new.
That was new. And also the plan going forward is twice a year I will have men's retreats.
Yeah.
As well as maybe some other adventure retreats. I'm kicking around an idea of a men's adventure retreat, Peru 2025. It hasn't quite been solidified, so I don't know what that looks like yet. But
something of that nature.
Something that's adventurous, filled with culture and being with the people of Peru and hiking the Incan Trail is on the docket. There's a number of other things. So,
and we'll get into why Peru, but yeah. Like it's
So-
such a random place. Yeah.
Let's see what else. Big shift. Move from my private practice. Closed that in Kansas City. I still see some people virtually, but for the most part, transitioned fully into
Coaching.
intimacy evolution, coaching, our business, the podcast, everything related to us and this, and our purpose of trying to help couples evolve their relationship with how their life evolves and changes, and
staying connected through the evolution.
there you go.
Oh, I like that. Go me. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Just our first year in Bentonville, navigating the area, what there is to do, things to experience.
there's so much to do all the time. We feel like we're behind always. It's just interesting. Like, oh, that happened. Yeah, it happened yesterday. We missed it. We'll have to remember for next year.
But there's a lot of cool things that we've done. What are...
Lots of walks in the woods, lots of time outside. It's been beautiful.
Yeah. So just navigating what it's like to be in Bentonville, connecting and creating our community, because that was our main intention for the year, was to create a community with other like-minded people. And we have found them. Like our community has grown so quickly and so organically, and it's as if like we were literally meant to be here, and we were plopped into this space where everybody was just like, we were all just waiting to meet and connect, because it was just so connective, like aligned.
And connection was one of our words for 2024. And so I feel like we knocked that out of the park.
For sure.
1 year here, and I have more connections and more
like relationships
here than I ever had in Kansas City, ones I can call on at any moment. I've probably doubled my address book in my phone, or my phone contact list. It's been insane. It's been awesome.
Yeah. And it's not just about like the quantity. It's not about how many people, but it's really like quality people that we vibe with, that we have similar values and interests and ideals and, things like that. And that's something that we've been really trying to like bring home for Remington, who's 9, our son, that friendships aren't just about proximity.
Yeah.
Being intentional with who you spend your time with, who you invest your energy in, and allow them to be in your energy space, right? Like that's huge.
It's hard for kids, right? Because their life is dictated by their parents. I don't know if I want to say dictated, but
right.
It's structured around their parents and the way the parents move through the world, as well as, the school they go to, or the sports teams that they're randomly on, or however that works. And so, again, much like somebody that goes to work, the people you're around at work, if you're around them 40 hours a week, you might be around them more than anyone else in your life, your family, your partner, anything like that.
We're going to get into that. School. Yeah. So
anywho, like
we're going on just join the journey. Here we are.
So this idea of intentional community and connection, and also really wanting to find people that they want to be around, which has been a little more challenging than for us to find. At least in my perspective.
Yeah. And part of it's a challenge because the school that they go to is a charter school, and Arkansas is also a choice state. And so just because somebody goes to that school doesn't mean they actually live in that vicinity. They could drive from across town. And so there were some kids at his school that drive up from Fayetteville, which is like a 30-minute drive. So just trying to keep those relationships and connections is a little bit more challenging. I thought I had something else with that? Oh, just our interaction with the park situation. And they played really well with these two sets of kids. I think we might have talked about this on another episode, but yeah, they played really well. And they're like, Mom, can you go get her number? And I'm like, like, that's kind of weird. But
they
anyhow,
like set up on a date there.
Yeah, but we did. It worked out. Like, Mom and I get along great. And so anyhow, yeah, sometimes you got to let your little people lead you too. So
yeah, they have
their intuition.
It hasn't been skewed by life and experiences and outside world sometimes.
Social, like,
constructs
norm.
And all that stuff.
Yeah.
All that stuff that's great, but also can take away some of that intuition and following your gut and your authenticity and who you are and all that other stuff. They teach us new things every day.
Patience. I learn patience every day.
I don't know if you learn it or not.
Well, I practice. I have to practice. I don't know.
It's there for you to practice. Sometimes
the opportunity is always there.
Yeah. Sometimes we yell at our kids, and sometimes we just hope that they remember the wonderful other times.
The good times and not the chaotic, burnt out parent moments. But,
yeah.
But that is life too. So
another word that we had for this year was expansion, which is interesting when we and other
from
people
our
I've
experience session.
When you pick a word, you never quite know how the universe is going to show up in that word.
Yes.
So this year was definitely a year of expansion for us. Expansion of uncomfortability, tolerance of challenging times, high, low lows, kind of everything in between for us. And so I think when we probably started with that word, we were like, let's expand our business. And I'm so excited for the expansion of community and all this other stuff. And it's like, oh yeah. And you're going to expand on the ability to withstand really challenging experiences. There were times where, we had thousands of dollars in our bank account. And then there were times where we had not anything in our bank account, and it fluctuated back and forth. And, the life of an entrepreneur is, there's some risk taking and there's some tension and some constriction and like, I think this
unearthing or revisiting childhood wounds and how that plays out in your relationship and how you navigate that.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, honestly, January 2nd will be 18 years that we've been together. I know we don't look that old, so. But I think I can honestly say, at least for me, this has been our most challenging, trying year in our relationship. Like, it was really fucking hard. It was really hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And that's part of that word expansion, is expanding our ability to go through challenging times together. To be connected in those times.
Yeah.
Or disconnected sometimes in those times. And coming back to connection.
Yeah, navigating the feeling of disconnection and leaning on our foundations of communicating, conflict. I don't want to necessarily say resolution, because sometimes there's not always a resolution, but there's at least a coming together and understanding of where each partner is in that moment of the experience. And
Well, and I feel like we went really hard this year. We went out of our comfort zone. We moved hours away from what felt like our community, our support network, our family, into a new place, new movings, our kids, and we moved to a house that was bigger and more expensive than anything we've ever lived in. And and there was beauty that came in all of that, and amazing opportunity, and the opposite, the challenges.
And a lot of challenges and growth and a lot of learning curves for sure.
And there was definitely times for me that, man, I kind of wanted to get off the ride.
Yeah.
The ride of like, oh, do I just go find a job? Do I just go do this other thing? Do we stop doing this? What do we really want? And uncertainty.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the same time, as I think back about that, I'm so proud and happy with the way we've navigated that.
Yeah.
And if we couldn't take on the world before this last year, I don't know that there's anything that can stop us.
Yeah, if we can for sure make it through this year and the challenges and everything that we've gone through, I have no doubt that we can handle anything that comes our way, because like we've expanded our capacity. We've expanded our capacity to like stand in the tension and know that ride's really bumpy right now, but we're going to make it through. And man, just goes back to my thing when we first started dating. I always told him we would be really great on Amazing Race, and like, and maybe in our early 20s we actually wouldn't have been that great. We didn't have all of the skills that we have now.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't. Definitely not.
But man, like
it would have been entertaining though.
It would have been so entertaining for sure. I think we would still be very entertaining. Like,
well, yes.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of entertaining.
You are. Your facial expressions are great.
Yes. Yeah. So I think, it's amazing. I don't even think it's still around, but if there's something like that, if they want to do a reboot of it, please consider us, like nominate us, whatever. We're here to go on the Amazing Race. Okay.
Well,
my side tangent.
And as a reflection, part of that expansion, it brought a level of chaos. It brought a level of chaos. It brought a level of pressure, and we pushed really hard.
Yeah.
And sometimes, yeah, there's just how hard can you push, and how hard can you? I like to be in flow. I like to move through things and not gritting and pulling and pushing and so hard. And it felt like for me this last year, there was a lot of that. It was a lot of making things work when they didn't work. And that's definitely a challenge. And so that's what kind of brought about the second move.
Yeah.
One, we were almost in the other house for a year. And I approached the landlord and just said, hey, we're not going to renew our lease. We'd love to move out, maybe even a little bit early. And they said, well, let us think about it. A couple weeks went by, and they're like, oh, yeah, you can totally move out. And but we'd like you out by this date, which was like two weeks later. And then a week got it added on, but it was essentially 3 weeks later. And so it was like, okay, do we stay? Or do we say yes to this again? Because
this is literally mid-November that we got you need to be out by end of November.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure, okay, so do we just stay because it's the holidays?
Yeah.
And keep pushing through? Or do we say, take this as our sign of, okay, let's move on.
Yeah, and it was time to move on. And so we started looking. We started looking for places, and we found a place that was like, literally, I can see the house that we were in from where we're at now.
Yeah.
It's
through the woods across the street.
It's through the woods that we walked every day. So we have access to the same woods. We're close to downtown. We're just like in it all. There's trails, there's parks, location is fantastic. And that's one thing I didn't want to give up was location.
Yeah.
But when we really started looking at it, it's like, man, like we want to go on an RV trip all summer, or go out of the country for a month, and we want to reduce our expenses so that we can do that, so that we can have more freedom, and we want to get rid of and minimize
Yeah.
a bunch. So we're trying
living
to get
a minimal life.
yeah,
like,
so we're trying to get rid of like just a lot of stuff, and because stuff just takes up space, it bogs me down. I have to clean it.
Energetically,
I have to take care of
it's
it.
like, bleh. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're going through another rendition of like, let's get rid of most of the things that we don't need, we don't use.
We're going to capsule wardrobes. Like
Yeah.
that's something we've been working on. You kind of got yours pretty solidified.
Yeah.
I've been working on that myself, and just like we're doing it, y'all. Like we're like minimalism.
Yeah. I mean, right now we have like 4 plates of each size, 4
Like
bowls, like
serving,
one per person, and like yeah, we'll probably get a little bit more than that, but this is like idea of like, man, the less stuff I have, the more time I have to enjoy life.
Yeah, spend where you actually want to, instead of like, oh man, now I've got to spend an hour cleaning the entire house and putting all this stuff away. And I mean, are you feeling like, can we segue into the next big thing that we've done this year?
Sure.
Because I feel like it ties in. It also became very present for me starting in about October that I really want to transition to homeschooling the kids.
Oh, you're going there. Okay.
Or you can go back.
No, well, we got a dog. That was another big thing, but
okay.
You know, we've talked about that, but yes, we added someone to our family. She picked us. She's amazing. We've had her professionally trained. We've done all the things, and if you get a dog and you've never had like professional training, oh my gosh, changed my outlook, changed our life with the dog. Like,
and also it's great if you don't have kids, just because of the level of obedience, and because they're obedient and you have like this connection, you get to enjoy life with them so much more.
Yeah.
And then if you do have kids, so one thing that we noticed when we had, Zoe and our other dog Boomer, like they were established dogs, like the kids came into it.
Kids.
Right. So they just kind of were there. But having a puppy with a 9 and a 5-year-old, that have high energy and chaos with a puppy that's got high energy and chaos, like they do not mix. And then you're not just training the dog, but you also have to train the kids. Yeah. And that was very apparent for us in the first couple of weeks. We're like, oh, like trying to tell the kids, like, you have to do this and we have to do this. Like we all have to be on the same page. And so having her professionally trained, so we did 3 weeks of board and train. This is a plug for our cousins that own Good Dogs KC. If you are in Kansas City or around Kansas City, highly, highly recommend going, like looking them up, connecting with them. They do one-on-one stuff too, so they can come to you if you don't want to do the full on. But yeah, I like check them out because it was worth every single penny. It was worth the investment because they give us the commands that she knows. Yep. And
then they train us.
And then they train us, which then we get to say, hey, kids, like, this is what this means. This is what this means. And we can make it a game and make it fun. Anywho,
they have small kids. And so they bring the kids in and they, so it's a whole family thing.
It's a family thing. So all those dogs are used to being around small kids and all of that too. And so, yeah.
Yeah. And so I think I want to draw a line through a couple things here. And that is professionally training our dog, getting rid of a bunch of our stuff, downsizing, making life simpler, having a weekly check-in, having a calendar and a schedule that we both run on, that we put everything on, and all this stuff. And the point of all of this is to simplify life so we can experience it more, enjoy it more, spend more time together, experience more love, intimacy, everything else that we talk about here. And so, it feels really good as you were talking about all of this. And I love that we did that. It was a great decision for our dog, for our family, and really for our relationship. Yeah. So now on to
homeschooling.
The homeschooling part.
Yes. So this has been something that has been like coming up for me periodically throughout the year. Like it's been something I've thought about, homeschool maybe, but I don't want to do it. Like if we could find somebody to teach them or find a co-op or whatever. Well, this year was Rona's first year of school, kindergarten, and literally I know there's always transitions, they have to like adapt and stuff. But I knew the first week that school is not for her, like in the traditional sense. School is not for her personality. It's not like she's not going to thrive there at all.
Well,
and so
that was already complicated because the teacher she got was pregnant and was only going to be there for several months, and then
for a few weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just a few weeks before she went on maternity leave.
And then there's a transition to another teacher, and then it's like all this stuff.
Yeah, so it wasn't the best, and the school does the best they can do, and it's nothing against them, but it's just the first week of school I could just tell, like it was like her spirit and just everything. And then there was a comment that was made about like, well, it seems like she's doing better. It seems like she's finally understanding like how to like do school. And I'm like, ugh, like meaning listen, follow directions, like do what you're told, like follow mindlessly, like kind of stuff. And I'm like, I don't want her to be in a box and follow the rules like that. You know what I mean? Yes, be a good human being. And like there are times that you have to follow rules and stuff.
Times and then other times.
Yeah, but like the way it was said and how it was like put just didn't feel good. And then we also had some challenges with Remington's teacher. Not that she had any like
she was great and
ill intentions about it, but there were things that I was just like, so back to the 40-hour-a-week thing. You were talking about like, if you're working 40 hours a week and you're around these certain people all the time, like you're going to become that, you're going to adopt mindsets and things, right? So my thought was our kids are spending 30 some, 40 some maybe hours a week with these people. Do I want them making that much of an impression on my children? And the answer is no. Absolutely not. Like,
well, and on my side, I went to a lot of school. I was pretty good at school. Doesn't mean I loved it, and in some ways it served me, some ways it didn't. But I'm a very big advocate of. I don't want to be my kids' coach. I don't want to be their teacher. I want to be their dad. And so there's a lot of conflict in that for me.
Yeah.
I just think it introduces a lot more dynamic issues and challenges and complexities, that can occur. And so, we've been kind of going back and forth of how do we do this? How do we do this successfully for them?
Yeah.
How do we do this successfully for us? And I think the conclusion is we still don't know.
Yeah. We are winging it. So again, throwing in the chaos, but again, back to the simplicity.
Yeah.
So downsizing our living space, downsizing the amount of stuff we have within this space allows us more opportunity. And homeschool does not mean like we're sitting at the table doing math, language arts, and reading and science and all of these things in one go. Like that's not what it is. And so we're kind of going to be doing the unschooling method for a little bit, where it's like we're just allowing them to lead and having lessons brought organically. Like Remington is very much a self-starter. Like he taught himself how to multiply decimals one day just for fun. He drew
cursive one day for fun.
Yeah, taught himself cursive. He drew the periodic table. And then we can expand on those things. We can go outside and do science and history lessons or whatever. Yeah. So, and then also with all the traveling that we want to do, homeschooling just makes sense. So we're going to just start the year fresh. And
at semester, so 2025, middle of the school year.
Yeah.
When you say start the year fresh, I want to say the year, meaning 2025, not the school year.
Yeah, which has been challenging because it literally at the beginning of this year, he moved to new school. Yeah. And only has done, the spring semester and then this fall semester. So only like a full calendar year that he has done at a school. And now we're pulling him out again. But they're really excited about it. And so that's what we want to maintain their excitement for learning, their excitement for adventure. And kids are very resilient and flexible. And that's what we want to keep nurturing too, because once they get into school, it's like, it has to be this way and do these. And it's like, there's flexibility and flow.
Yeah, and that's something we notice already. It's because the teacher taught it this way, or this is the way the school taught it. Like, I have to do it this way, and it's like, well, we can use problem solving skills. There's 100 ways to do the same thing. Like,
Yeah.
let's look at all the different ways and what works best for you. And so, and we're lucky. Bentonville has a massive community of homeschool.
Yeah.
Collaborators, all kinds of other stuff, and so at some point we're going to be utilizing some of that.
Yes.
I know we're on like wait list, and so it's still a little bit up in the air.
Yeah. So prayers would be appreciated.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, science can be outside. I mean,
everything can be outside.
PE is going to be riding mountain bikes, going rock climbing, doing something outside, going on a walk, something.
Yeah.
Playing sports across the way, whatever it is. We'll figure it out.
They're excited. And Rona's going to just be collecting things and making things pretty and doing, creations along the way. That's what she does.
She does do a lot of that. And so as we talk about 2025, we have not sat down and had our planning and prep for 2025 yet.
Nope.
We're getting ready for a cruise.
Yes.
And we'll be cruising for a week. And then when we get back from that, we'll be really getting down to what next year looks like, what our first quarter looks like as business. And I mean, we have a lot of ideas and we have plans and ideas, but already it's just like we need to solidify some things.
Yeah.
Personally, professionally, big dates are already on the calendar, which I'm excited about. But yeah, so we haven't got to words yet, but there have been some words popping up for us lately. And I think the ones you said was joy and experience, simplicity.
Simplicity, yeah. Simplicity of all things. I just want things to be simple so they can be easy, which will bring more joy. Because if I'm not stressing about all of the things, I get to have more joy in my life. Like,
for sure. And I've had a men's group the other night and we worked on our words and this is something we started and I haven't quite got there yet. I don't know what it is going to be personally for me, but some of the words coming up are adventure, some sort of what I'm feeling into is like forward movement, like just
progress,
something.
Yeah.
Just very action oriented, adventurous, action oriented. Yeah. More of that. Like expanding can happen from stopping and thinking.
Hey, can we slow down?
No.
Hold on. I think I'm already getting PTSD from expansion.
I'm comparing last year, right? Like expansion can happen with inaction sometimes. And I think for this next year, it's going to be very action oriented and bold and forward and just a lot of that. So that's what's coming up for me.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I like, we've already talked about, and we need to circle back to Peru and what that actually means. And so kind of on that side of like things that are coming up for me is some sort of like women's groups, women's events, local in the area, possibly virtual as well, because I know that's been kind of put out there. Like I've been called to bring this type of experience for the past few months, and it's really like, okay, it's time. Like you've had your time to think it over and like chill, but like it's time to implement. And then the other one that is really coming up is a mom's group, and doing a consistent mom's like support group with resources and guest speakers and things like that. So I'm really excited to lean into that more. Yeah. And then, our Powerful Partnership program is launching January 20th. I'm super excited about that. And then we'll be doing some like free webinars, like monthly webinars on different themes that we see throughout the year.
Yeah. Free monthly events we're doing. Yeah. I have a year-long men's group that you don't have to be a year-long commitment, but people are coming in at least 3 months at a time, and they're being in this amazing men's group where we hold each other accountable. We support each other to be the best version of ourselves. Then I have men's retreats. And I think something that came for me is just being a little more consistent with our podcast, with showing up, with we're going to get on the calendar for monthly couples events at a couple local places. and just consistency there too.
Yeah. And again, just like the more simple we can make things, the easier it's going to be consistent with it.
Definitely. And some things that are coming up personally, definitely some adventure. I'm going to be racing in a number of bike races this year because those are really fun last year and I loved it. And I am a better version of myself when I'm competing. I have a history of competition, at least competition with myself. It gets the most out of me. I get motivated. I get excited. I get that adventure feeling, the butterflies in the stomach. And so that's going to be a guiding light for me for this year is like some of that.
Did you know that they do a Spartan kids race? They have a kids version of the Spartan race?
No, I didn't know that.
Sorry, like just thinking, I'm like, oh, you know what? Bloomington really, we saw a kid with a shirt yesterday. Anyhow.
Oh yeah.
So.
Well, that and I'm planning something I really want to do in spring is invite some of my friends to town and really show them the town, the biking, and just
why we love Bentonville,
how it's integrated into the community, how you can get coffee, ride the bike trail, jump off, grab lunch, jump back on.
Yeah.
Some other stuff that is like super cool and just so much.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to share Bentonville with more and more people, as well as share our amazing experience of last year and how strong that's made us for 2025.
Woo! We made it through.
There are moments that it feels like we made it through. There are other moments that I'm just like, man, that was an awesome ride.
I feel like if I find a meme that fits how I feel, like, you know, like the roller coaster comes back into like the station and like one person's like, whoa, that was great. We did, you know, and the other person's like,
well, that kind of fits. That fits.
Yeah, that's me.
That's how you would experience a roller coaster also.
Well, yes.
So on this cruise we're going on, there's a massive slide. It's not a water slide. It's just a regular slide. So we'll see how you do on that.
I will not be doing that.
She said no.
At least it's in a tube, though.
It
so
is
you
in a
can't
tube.
see, which is probably good. You don't want to hit a wave and fly off the boat, I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, jeez. I can't even. No, I imagine there's parts where it's clear and you can see. But we'll let the kids talk you into it.
Do you think there's like ever been a person that gets to the end, but it's like they're passed out? They passed out and like in the middle of the ride, because I feel like that would be me. I'm literally getting lightheaded and like freaking out about it right now.
Have you seen any of these videos where they're like on these like slingshots or whatever?
Oh, those, absolutely.
And they like pass out. It's hilarious.
Yeah. I feel so bad for them. That would be me 1000%. I'm literally about to pass out right now. Just thinking about it. The anticipatory anxiety I am feeling right now about this slide I don't plan on going on.
Oh boy. Yeah.
But now you think our kids are going on it, so now I have that anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to cry.
At least one of our kids is going on it. Rona is not.
She's not the adventure seeker.
No, she's not.
And I'm okay with that. One is enough for me. Okay, one is enough.
So, anything else about 2025? Well, we can go back to the Peru thing real quick.
Oh, yeah. Circle back and wrap it up.
Yeah. We have some friends that are in Peru. They're spending a year in Peru. That time's going to come to an end this summer. But before they leave, I was really hoping to put together, and I have put together, a men's retreat down in Peru.
Well, you've put together an itinerary for the possibility, if we can just nail down the dates. Yeah.
The dates are a big thing. And if he's available to do this with me or not, and there's some little things like that, but it's an opportunity to have people already there that know been there and can kind of help be our guides, and won't be your guides, but my plan was like, if you're going to go to Peru, like, why don't we take a family trip down there? Because the guys are going to go do their thing for a week. Angela and their kids, and then I and our kids can hang out and go do that'd be awesome
sightseeing and hang out for a couple of weeks, you know? So that was kind of our plan there. So yeah, if you're
Might still
interested,
happen.
yeah. So stay tuned. We'll be definitely sharing if we can get that nailed down in the next couple of weeks, so everybody can start planning. And
Yeah, the idea though is in general, we're
some sort of adventure trip.
more simplicity in our lives, more joy, more experience,
Adventure.
bigger, better events we're putting on to, bring more of what we're experiencing to the people around us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. We're excited. So if you resonated with any of this, if 2024 was challenging for you, or if it was an amazing year for you, if you achieved a lot, please share with us. We want to hear and celebrate you. I think that is one thing that we don't do, is we don't brag on ourselves enough. And so this is your invitation to brag if you had some amazing things that you experienced or achieved. And, that could be, again, and a big achievement is we survived the year. We survived the challenges that were thrown our way and came out the other side stronger. And if that was also you, celebrate that. Don't just brush it like, well, I had to, no.
Yeah. And, everyone listening, think about how you're going to set up next year, what you want, what your desires are, how you're going to get that, how you're going to put energy behind that. And so our Powerful Partnership program really sets couples up to have an amazing time and
build in that consistency.
Yes, that connection, the intimacy, the rock solid relationship. And so think about doing something like that for yourself. Couples retreats, something to
invest in your relationship. There's never been a time that we've gone on a trip or a couples retreat or anything that I'm like, you know what? Probably could have done without that.
We'd be better off if we just stayed home. Never.
No, that is not true. So you are worth it. Your relationship is worth it. And if you do have kids, it makes a big impact for them too. So figure out what you guys can do together this year to just find that deeper connection.
Yeah. Come on our journey with us and get rid of half your stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good time. I'm telling you.
Coming up on one of our guests is Diane Bowden from the Minimalist Mom podcast.
She's
so
amazing,
I
fantastic.
am so excited. I was on her podcast. That episode has already been released, so you can go listen to that. But she'll be on talking about how going minimal has amplified relationships with her kids, with her partner, and in life in general. And so definitely excited for you guys to check that episode out in 2025.
Yep. Well, Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year. We are so excited that you are along on this journey with us, and we have a lot more coming your way. So we'll see you in 2025.
Bye.
Bye.